Dove Gordon here, and today I'm going to share with you how to get all the clients you want by becoming an under-the-radar industry leader. You have to learn to play by a different set of rules. Just kind of accept that. It's true. You have to learn to play by a different set of rules. I realized this years ago when, as a consultant, as a coach, I noticed that the deck was stacked against me. Why? Because people don't buy the products and services that are best for them. People buy the products and services that are best marketed and sold to them. That's true for me. It's true for you. It's true for the ideal clients that we're both looking for. And I was competing with other people who were, frankly, much better marketers than I was. They were natural salespeople. They were the charismatic guru types. They positioned themselves as celebrities. And I couldn't do that. It's just not who I am. It's probably not who you are either. But I am an outstanding consultant. I am an outstanding coach, and I do genuinely care about every single client. And yet I was at a massive disadvantage because the celebrity guru types, they always capture more than their share of the client's attention. They have an unfair advantage. Now, I'm not complaining about it. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just the reality. It is the way it is. It's just that because things are the way they are, I was at a big disadvantage. I needed something to change. I needed my own unfair advantage, but I didn't know what. And then quite by accident, I figured it out. I realized that, hey, you can make as much money as you want when you become an under-the-radar industry leader. It really is simple, and it's a natural fit for my personality, and there's a really good chance that it's a natural fit for yours as well. So what is an under-the-radar industry leader, and how do you become one? Here's the basic idea. When you have real relationships with 15 to 30 well-placed people in your industry, and each one sends you 1 or 2 clients a year, you have more business than you can handle, right? All the more so when it's 50 people, 100 people, 150 people. And what if you created a network of these people, bringing them together? You bring them together so that they gain from being associated with you and with each other. That creates great value for them and for you, because as the leader of a group of these well-placed people in your industry, you have just become an under-the-radar industry leader. And when you do it right, the people in your network, they become your clients, or they send you clients, or both. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to show what an alchemy network is and how to get started building one. So what is this alchemy network thing? About 9 years ago, I invited a handful of colleagues and started a small group online. We would discuss things through a private email group, and once a month we get on a 90-minute group call, conference call, and learn from each other, discuss what we're working on, what we need help with, brainstorm ideas, share things we've come across, anything that we were interested in that can help us. In addition, members had one-on-one conversations, finding ways to support each other directly, send leads and business to one another, collaborate, joint venture, and so on. Over the following years, my little group, this alchemy network, it grew from 5 members to about 200 members. It included amazing people from all around the world. Now, these people, they helped me add tens of thousands of email subscribers, probably over 100,000 email subscribers over the years. And they sent me hundreds of clients and thousands of customers. Without exaggeration, I can say that my alchemy network has been worth 6 and 7 figures to almost every active member. A few years ago, I started to think, well, what if I were to teach other people how to build their own alchemy networks? I mean, it's done a lot for me and it's done a lot for my members. And for a long time, I didn't do anything about it. But recently, I did start helping a few clients to build their own. And what's amazing is that it's really working really well. One client recently had 5 senior executives from $500 million and even $1 billion plus companies schedule themselves directly onto his calendar because of the alchemy network that I'm helping him build. 4 of them, it turns out, ideal clients for him, they joined his alchemy network, which now has about 50 senior executives, all working at major corporations that are, ideal clients or will be ideal clients for this guy, right? My client. Now, his consulting, it ranges from low 6 to low 7 figures. There's a long sales cycle, a lot of people involved, it's a bit complicated, and there are multiple decision makers and influencers involved. But because of his alchemy network, he's now building strong, trusting relationships upstream, often even before they realize that they need someone like him. He has become an under-the-radar industry leader. These relationships are now his unfair advantage, and his members are now talking to him about projects for their companies. So how do you build your own alchemy network? And how do you turn it into a consistent flow of ideal clients? There are 4 steps to building an alchemy network that brings you all the clients that you can possibly want. Step number 1 is nail that big idea. Generally, you're going to be building a network either for colleagues who can put you in front of your ultimate ideal client, or you build a network directly for your ideal clients. In either case, they need a strong reason, a reason to want to join. The big idea behind your group gives them a reason, and it gives a focus to everything that you'll do as a group. It gives you the purpose that you need. So first, you must decide who do you want in your network, and then you'll formulate that big idea. What is the big idea that's going to get them wanting to join, wanting to participate? You've got to get this piece right because everything else depends on it. Once you got that, step number 2 is curate and enroll ideal members. Curate and enroll ideal members. 10 years ago, before I had the idea to start my own network, I joined a few online forums. I was looking for a community of my kind of people, and I didn't find one. What I did notice was how every online community was different. The vibe was different. The values were different. The interactions were different. Where did these different flavors originate with the leaders of the group? Now, you might be wondering, why would someone want to join my alchemy network? And the answer is simple, because it's yours. Because you curate the group and you set the standards. And there are more than enough people in your industry who will want to be part of a network that only you can create. Because you'll be deciding who to accept, you'll be setting the standards for how the group runs. You're going to create the vibe, you're going to create the energy, you're going to communicate that sense or cause the values that guide the group. In order to curate and to enroll your ideal members and to create that vibe, that energy that's going to attract your ideal members, you need to create a few simple systems. Systems for identifying candidates, inviting candidates, interviewing candidates, and onboarding new members. This is how you curate and enroll ideal members, which was step number 2. Step 3, build a strong culture and a thriving community. Now that you've found great members and they've joined, it's time to build a thriving community and a culture that keeps them engaged and eager to participate. This is both hard and it's easy, it's simple and it's subtle. This is largely about stimulating conversations, making it easy for members to build real, meaningful relationships with each other and, of course, with you. Step 4 is alchemy. Turn these relationships into money. You can do a great job at steps 1, 2, and 3 and still not make money for yourself. Step 4 is to be sure that you're systematically reaping the fruit of what you've sown. Here, you turn relationships into revenue. One of the ways that you do this is with alchemy events. If your network is comprised of colleagues, you create simple events, online, offline, or both, that make it easy for your colleagues to introduce you to more ideal clients. These can be big events or small events, one-time or ongoing. If your network is comprised of ideal clients, same thing. You create simple events, online, offline, or both. These events, they make it easy for them to start working with you. Again, they can be big or small, one-time or ongoing. I'm actually using the term events rather liberally because there are things you can do that you may not even think of as events. The ideas are simple, and when you execute, it adds up to clients. When you execute consistently, it adds up to clients consistently. And over time, you benefit in so many unexpected ways. This is how you create your own unfair advantage because the right relationships become your unfair advantage. Now, I've been doing versions of this for the last 15 plus years. I've become an under-the-radar leader in my industry, and it's been the source of my clients for years now. I've now decided to help other people start doing the same. I'm now launching the Under-the-Radar Leaders Network. Yes, this is a brand new alchemy network specifically for people who really get the idea. They get the value of becoming an under-the-radar leader in your industry. Because remember, you're competing with people who have an unfair advantage, and you need an unfair advantage of your own. What is the Under the Radar Leaders Network, or URLN for short? URLN, Under the Radar Leaders Network, is a carefully curated alchemy network for consultants, experts, business owners who want the unfair advantage of being an under the radar industry leader. It's perfect if you now know that you want to start your own Alchemy network. But it's also perfect if you aren't yet ready to build an Alchemy network. But still, much of your business comes through relationships of one kind or another. So to learn more about the Under the Radar Leaders Network and to apply for a founding membership, go to dovegordon.net/URLN. dovegordon.net, dovegordon.net/URLN. Look forward to talking to you about it and welcoming you if it's a good fit.